All right, guys, it's Monday. Had a busy weekend here at the sawmill. Didn't do a lot of sawing. We had Bruno's birthday party on Saturday, and that pretty much took up my entire weekend. We got some more hard maple on here, and real quick before we talked about this log, a big shout out to my friend Uncle Joe up north. He was the largest super chat contributor ever on a live video. I'm going to try to start doing my live videos every Sunday night Eastern time at 8 o'clock. My buddy Joe up north, he super chatted last night, $500. That's the biggest super chat we've ever had, guys. I really appreciate it, Uncle Joe. That's going to help us out here on the channel a whole lot, especially going toward the new sawmill building we're going to be building here sometime either mid or late summer. So just try to remember every Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, we'll try to do a live video here on the channel, do a lot of Q&A and some updates. And if I don't have a chance to do that or something comes up, I'll let you guys know a few days beforehand. So on the sawmill, this is that spalted maple that I started last week. I've not been up to the sawmill all weekend, guys. I've been very busy, like I was saying. And what we got left here is kind of a mess, to be honest with you. We got a lot of insect damage over here and some rot. The most solid part of this log is right here in the middle. So what I've decided to do on this is cut it down to 4 inches on the thickness and 8 inches on the width. And I'll take this down to my big miter saw and cut those into 8-inch blocks down to bowl blades. A lot of you guys have been asking me if I would sell bowl blades. Well, here's your chance. So we'll go ahead and get this one done. Like I said, we was going to cut 4 inches on the thickness, 8 inches on the width. We'll make 2 more cuts here and this will be finished. On the sawmill, I'm running the Joe Maine Silver Tip Turbo 7. I get those from Joe down in Georgia. If you want those blades, you guys know what to do. Give him a phone call. His cell phone number is down in the video description. After this one's over, we're going to get the 754 and bring something else up. Probably some pine and maybe some cedar. Maybe, I'm not sure. I can't remember what's on the tractor. I think a pine is on there. I can't remember. You guys hang in there. Let's open this maple up. Hopefully got some more spalting going on. Did I mention it's hot today? Went pretty good. As you can see, we got a lot of decay right here and some bud damage. Let's get rid of this. Turned out pretty good, actually. Got some ambrosia going on here and some spalting both. All right, friends, got that one finished up. We'll take it down to the shop later and make our little bowl blades out of it. Let's go get the 754 and bring up a white pine. It's a pretty nice log. It's a 10-footer, about 20 inches on the diameter. Did I mention it's hot today? All right, friends, this is white pine. It's just over 10 feet in length. On the far end, we're looking at 20 inches. Down here on the operator's side, actually 19, not too bad. Not much taper in this log. I got this from a tree service. It's been on the ground longer than it should have been, but there's still some good lumber in here. Kind of soft on the outside. We should be okay. Got a lot of knot clusters here. The distance between those is about 24 inches, so I'll kind of slow down when I hit these knots because you're hitting pretty much end grain where you're hitting the knot. I can explain that better, hitting a knot. That makes no sense. So when you hit, I'm gonna try one more time here. When you hit a knot, you got end grain running upward right here and you're crashing into that right there. And that's what causes dips. When people hit these knots at full speed, a lot of the times they'll have a little bit of a dip on their boards and they look at that and they scratch their head and then they get on the Facebook group and say, why am I getting waves in these knots? What's going on here? Well, I'll tell you what's going on here. You're hitting end grain as fast as you can saw through straight grain, and therefore it's like hitting a brick wall. The blade is going to hit that and it's usually going to go down. Very rarely do you see a blade dive upward. I've never seen it on my sawmill. I've seen it in different pictures before, but I've never had a blade go upward. So it's going to find a little bit less resistance way to get through this lumber because it's going to keep sawing. It's not going to stop. It's going to hit that knot and go down just a little bit and kind of chase that grain. So that's what happens on these knots, guys. If you're getting waves in your cuts and you hit a knot, slow down. There's no need in flying through it. You may have some washboard or more saw tracks on that knot area. I would rather have that than a board that has a big dip right in the middle of it because people are going to see that dip. They're not going to see those washboards later on. Those are going to dry out. A lot of the times as it air dries, those washboards kind of go away on their own. So we're doing 1x6s on this log. We'll probably get more than we need actually. I may saw some batting strips also. We're doing board and batting on the chicken house. I got 2 more walls to finish up on the side and then it's done. We'll probably get most of the boards that we need out of this log. So real quick, guys, we'll get going. We'll thank everybody on Patreon for supporting me here in the channel. Really appreciate you guys. Let's get going here because it ain't getting no cooler. It's getting hotter. Have I mentioned how hot it is today?